The streets of Bengaluru tremble under the weight of a scandal that's shaking the very foundation of urban mobility. Ride-hailing giants Uber and Ola, once hailed as saviors for commuters, are now accused of draining wallets with outrageous fares for the shortest journeys. The latest uproar comes from Aditi Srivastava, a Bengaluru-based working professional, whose viral post exposes a jaw-dropping disparity. A 2.6 kilometers autorickshaw ride costing 39 rupees on the meter, yet Uber daring to demand a staggering 172 rupees for the same trip. Her cry of despair, "If you don't have your own vehicle in Bangalore, you're screwed," echoes through the city's traffic-clogged lanes, igniting a firestorm of frustration among daily travelers in India's high-tech hub. Aditi's experience strikes a chord with countless others navigating Bengaluru's infamous traffic jams and endless commutes, where ride-hailing apps have become a lifeline turned burden. Her post has unleashed a torrent of reactions, with one user branding it absolute exploitation by these platforms, while another lamented, "Last couple of days Uber is showing close to how much the meter would run. The drivers are just not accepting rides." Ola and Namma Yatri are confirming rides cause they are 50 or more higher. These voices paint a picture of a system where a short ride can triple in cost, leaving commuters stranded in a city where public transport often falls short and personal vehicles aren't an option for all. So, how do these apps justify such prices? One ex-user shed light, noting, Uber prices are based on supply-demand, while meter prices are fixed by the government. This surge pricing model, meant to balance availability and demand, often feels like a cash grab, especially during peak hours or when rains flood the streets. The user also pointed to autorickshaw driver unionization, suggesting that local politics, like bike taxi bans and restrictions on non-Kannadiga autos driven by the so-called auto mafia, skewed the market further. It's a tangled mess where fairness is a distant dream, and passengers like Aditi pay the price in a city known for innovation yet plagued by outdated regulations. Aditi's post gained even more urgency with the government's new cab aggregator rules, rolled out just last week on 1st July 2025, allowing Uber and Ola to charge up to twice the base fare during high demand. This policy, aimed at boosting driver earnings, has instead fueled the fare shock for riders. Yet, a twist emerged. Uber and Rapido have recently ditched app payments for auto rides, scrapping commissions and letting passengers pay drivers directly with cash or UPI. This shift, while easing driver burdens, thrusts the negotiation burden back onto commuters who still face those inflated quotes. Aditi's story lays bare a harsh reality. The convenience of internet-powered rides comes with a steep, often unfair cost, hitting Bengaluru's middle class as living expenses soar and traffic woes deepen. Let's put this into perspective. Bengaluru, home to 13 million people with a metro covering just a fraction of the city, leans heavily on ride-hailing for last-mile connectivity. A 2024 LocalCircles survey revealed that 68% of Tier 1 city residents, including Bengaluru, find ride-hailing fares unaffordable, with surge pricing topping the list of gripes. This mirrors Aditi's 133 rupee gap between metered and app fares, enough to cover a day's meals for many. Rising fuel costs, up 5% in the past year, have also pushed driver expenses higher, which apps pass on to users. But it's not just about money, it's about trust eroding when a 2.6 kilometers ride jumps from 39 rupee to 172 rupees, turning a simple trip into a financial gamble. The ripple effects are rippling across social media, where chatter about alternatives like Namma Yatri, a cooperative app with lower fares, has spiked. Yet, these options struggle against Uber and Ola, which dominate over 80% of India's ride-hailing market per a 2025 IMI report. Aditi's post has sparked demands for regulation, with some calling for surge pricing caps or fare transparency, while others note unionized auto drivers refusing rides to enforce their rates. This tug-of-war leaves commuters trapped, a plight worsened by Bengaluru's monsoon floods, which can double travel times and triple app fares in a heartbeat. Just this morning, reports of flooded roads near MG Road saw Uber fares spike by 150%, a stark reminder of the timing's impact. As we reflect, let's consider the human cost. Aditi's story is that of a working professional fighting to make ends meet in a city where every rupee counts. Her exploitation reflects a broader struggle in urban India, where the gig economy promises freedom but delivers chaos. The new rules, while supporting drivers earning an average of 15,000 rupee monthly per a 2024 Niti Aayog study, risk alienating passengers unless paired with protections. Ride-hailing was meant to ease life, but for many, it's a daily ordeal. Let's raise Aditi's voice, push for fair pricing, and demand a system that serves both drivers and riders. Stay connected, share your stories, and let's steer this urban challenge toward change together.